Hi all, welcome to the channel. I'm Mark, this is Mark's Mods, and today we're going to do issue 33 or stage 33 of Build the Ecto-1 because it's Ecto Monday today. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to this. I always look forward to Mondays. So yeah, the reason I can't show the magazine is because I've actually got the magazine in the folder, so it's just a lot easier to deal with. So let's get modelling. Okay, so today we're going to be doing the other leaf spring for the rear of the vehicle. Yeah, I'm not that keen on this one because of the amount of troubles I had last time with him. They were extremely not the best things to do. So if we've done one before, we'll hopefully be able to do another one today. So we need to bring the leaf spring across and we need to put this bit on to the leaf spring. Now, like I said last time, there is a direction this needs to go on. At the top here you've got sort of a short bit and a longer bit, and this bit needs to go on where the short bit is. So let's get a screw and get loaded up. Pop the leaf spring in. I'm going to turn it on its side so it's a lot easier to work on, and we're going to get this one screwed in. Hopefully, because I've done this before, I'm hoping I find it a bit easier to do it the next time around, but we'll see. Okay, so that's the first one in, but obviously now we need to do the second one. I'm just going to slacken that off a bit and I'll retighten it, because what it's done, it's actually put this in at an angle. And I need to line up the other side. There we go, as you can hear that. Okay, let's get another LM screw. And let's get the other side screwed in, and then what I'll do is I'll go to the other side and I'll tighten up that screw. So that's the first one in that way, fully tightened. I'll just retighten this screw. Okay, so that bit's done, and as you can see that's moving around. It really can't be any tighter, which is a bit of a shame, because it is a bit of a pain to put it in once you get it onto the car. So the next two bits we need to bring over are these bits here. Now this is going to be screwed in with a very long PM screw. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to get this ready. So we need to put it in one side. Make sure we're putting it the right way around. Yes, we are. So if I do that and hold that on there, I can get the PM screw hopefully somewhat started and just hold it with my fingers. Screwdriver trying to pick everything up under the sun. So I've got it holded. I'm going to start to screw it down. In fact, I think what I did last time is I actually took it off and started it going through. So let's do that way, because if that worked for us last time, it should work for us today. Okay, that's now going in, so that's going to make life a lot easier. So what we'll do now is we'll pop it in, get the other side ready, and hopefully that will screw in nice and easy. I hope. Right, so that's all gone all the way through now. Let's try and get this to bite the other bit, which it has done, so that's worked out the way I wanted it to. Okay, so that's now on in place. Again, they're quite loose, but they have to be. Okay, so the next part, we'll just move that to one side, is we need to make another suspension or shock absorber. And this is a bit of a nightmare to do because you have to have 3 hands to do it. We need to bob that part into there, then slot it down into this bit, and then while compressing it we need to put in a BM screw. So let's get a BM screw ready. Okay, let's push it down. I think the problem I had with this last time is it being on the right, it being lined up. Right, let's try and get this lined up. Right, that's lined up. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to try a different method to make life easier. I'm just going to try. Nope. That's the problem, you keep losing the location of the screw, because as you're putting it in, it moves. Right, so that's pretty much lined up. I think what I had to do last time, if I'm correct, is start it. But start screwing it with my left hand, and that is easier said than done when I'm a right-handed person. So let's just try and, yeah. Right, so let's get it lined up. This is the pain. Because every time you line it up and you go to compress it, right, it's lined up and I've got it compressed in with my left hand. Come on, let's get this screw in. It's in and it's going down. Fantastic. So that's that done. Okay, so the next we need to do is we need to bring over the vehicle, which is just behind me. Okay, and we're going to put it on the board, just like that. So, but we need to flip it over, so nice and gentle. Flip it over, because we need to be working on this side with the leaf spring. Okay, so what it wants us to do next, we need to put this into place, and it will be going just down here, just there, but we need to screw that in from the other side, so it's going to be a little bit of a juggling act, because we're going to hold that in place while screwing it in. So if I can get the screw through the hole, right, just try and get this screw through the hole. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to put it on, compress it a little bit and get it screwed in. Right, so that's now bitten. Right, I want to make sure I'm putting it in the right way, which I am. And that's now in place. Okay, so the next thing we need to do is we need to put on the leaf spring itself. Now I'm just working out which way it goes around. So this goes around, that's a bit, yeah, this bit goes around. It sort of just mirror images the other side, basically. So we've got that in. But then we need to put another part on top of it, which is this. Right, so we've got this next part that we need to put on top of it, and that is going to be held in with a NM screw. And the NM screw will be going basically into the top of the shock absorber. What we do need to do is need to make sure that that part's in place as well though. Okay, so let's get an NM screw so we can secure this onto the shock absorber. Right, so that screw's not going fully down, so let's just make sure it's lined up properly. which it is. Right, so that's on. Just double check it is. Ah, right, okay, my bad on that one. I was screwing in the wrong place. Oops, that's why it won't go in all the way. Okay, so because the instructions are not that great and clear on this, so what we do need to be doing is we're actually screwing down the rear axle. So we'll screw that down. Okay, so now we've done that, we need to flip the car over because we are going to be putting in another screw. Now that's strange because it's saying the screw I need to put in is an RM screw. Now we do not have RM screws. So that is really strange why we're doing that one. So using an RM. Now I'm an RM. So if I just go back a few issues, when we did the last one, that should tell us what screw needs to go down with. And let's have a look. And an RM screw. So let me have a look in my screw box. And see if we have an RM screw. And we do, we have an RM screw. But we were definitely not issued one in this issue. So, right, okay. Very strange. So let's go back to 33. Let's get this RM screw in place. Okay, so we've got to hold this bit down because this is actually what we're going to be screwing down into place. I'm just going to do this from behind. Sorry about the camera angle, but it's just easier for me. Okay, that's the RM screw in. Always wise to keep your screws in place. Okay, so we'll move on to the next bit, which we need to put in a CM screw, and that is definitely going in to the top of the the shock absorber. And that is in place. Okay, so the next thing we need to do is we need to put a PM screw into where are we? Into here, I think. No, into this side here. I'm going to try something. So last time I had the problem of it scratched all my exhaust. So somebody recommended to put some blue tape down to protect it. So that is exactly what I'm doing. In fact, I can actually move that exhaust out of the way a bit. Right, just trying to get this screw lined up. Right, I think I've got it lined up. Not the easiest. There we go. Went in. Oh. This is why this is an absolute, I say, a bit of a pain to do. You don't want to knack your exhaust up. So let's get this screwed in once and for all, and that is screwed in place. A lot easier than last time, I can tell you that. Okay, so next we need to do is we need to flip it over again, because we need to secure the exhaust down, and this time it wants us to do that with an IP screw. Not supplied, so I will go to my my backup. I've got plenty of IP screws, absolutely plenty of them, and this just slots in down there. Just put the screw in, and that's screwed into position like that. Okay, so we need to flip it over again. So let's flip it over again, because we need to put the last bit for this bit, the exhaust sort of mount holder. Okay, and that needs to be screwed down with a BM screw. Let's get a BM screw. Just being careful of that exhaust so I don't scratch it. Okay, now that is in place. Okay, so the next thing we need to do is pipes. The good old pipes. So we need to connect this pipe, these two pipes we had in a previous issue, to the let's say shock absorbers, but because I left cocktail sticks on mine, this should be quite easy. Not so much though if you need to pull one because it's gone under something. There we go, there it's freed. Take the cocktail stick off it and put it into place like that. Now that was fairly easy. Let's hope the next bit is fairly easy. So what we need to do next is we need to fit on the hub. Let me sort of move it down here so you can see what I'm doing. And we need to connect the pipes up on the hub. And let's get this the right way around. So let's put it on, and then let's have a look. Again, pictures are not very clear, but I believe this top one, I think it is. Right, let's have a look. So I believe this top one here is going round into the nearest one, which is there. I wish they'd make things a bit clearer. Now I don't mind if this actually comes off the axle, because to tell you the truth, the other one keeps knocking off anyway, and I know if I put the wheels on it wouldn't happen, but the next issue is the wheels, and it will all sort itself out. So we'll get the next pipe, which has to go on to the other side, leading that through the chassis. Now that is very strange. Right, so I've got this the wrong way around. So there's a longer one, and that goes to the other side. So let's get it in the other side before it loses its shape. Just like that, that's in. And then we'll get this other one in to the other place. I have to use my tweezers for this. And that's in place as well. So yeah, that's both of the disc brakes, or sorry, should I say drum brakes, now in place, and that is actually issue or stage 33 of the Ecto-1 complete. Well, that was another taxing Ecto-1 build issue. I will admit that, hands down. Them leaf springs and everything are an absolute pain to do because you keep on having to flip the car up and down, and it's just, yeah, an absolute nightmare. I'm actually sweating, and I actually did at one point, just before we started doing the pipes, I had to stop the video because I was sweating that much. The sweat was going into my eyes and it was stinging my eyes, so I had to take 5 minutes just to cool down a bit because it is rather warm in here today. But with all that said, we've done issue 33 now, and yeah, move on to issue 34 next week. But if you like this video, please give it a massive thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe and hit that notification bell and you're notified of any future videos. If you want to see a little bit more behind the scenes of my channel and me, I do have a Patreon page which is down in the description, and you can follow that link down below. But as for always, stay safe and bye for now.